Hi everyone, we're going to solve this equation, and the first thing I'm going to do is change these two. I can rewrite this first piece as 3x squared, and that's based off your power property that a to some m power raised to the nth power equals a to the m times n. So there's that. And then this part right here, we're going to change this as well. So this part is, you need to know that 3 to the x plus 1 is the same as 3 times 3 to the x power. And this is based off your product property. So if you had a 1 here, and you did, remember your product property says if you have a to the m times a to the n, that equals a to the m plus n. So you can rewrite this like this because this equals 3 to the 1 plus x, which is the same as x plus 1. So I'm going to rewrite this as 3 times 3 to the x minus 4 equals 0. Then what we're going to do is let w equal 3 to the little x. And that would give us that we get w squared plus 3w minus 4 equals 0. Then we can factor it. So these 3 to the x's, I'm changing to w. All right, so we can go ahead and get started. So if I let w equal 3 to the x power, and remember this was should have been squared here. So let's write it out. We have w squared plus 3w minus 4 equals 0. All right, and then you factor that, and you're going to get w minus 1 times w plus 4 equals 0. So you get w equals 1, or w equals negative 4. Now, don't forget to substitute back in your 3 to the x. So our w was 3 to the x, so it's really 3 to the x equals 1, and 3 to the x equals negative 4. Well, there's nothing here that will give you a negative 4. So this is extraneous, and we aren't going to use that. And then from here, you should be able to know that x is 0, because any number to the 0 power equals 1. If you didn't do that, and if you took, say, natural log of both sides, so you took the natural log of both sides of this and did your power property for logs, you get x ln of 3 equals ln of 1. Therefore, x would equal ln of 1 divided by ln of 3. However, ln of 1 equals 0. So you would have had 0 divided by ln of 3, which equals 0. The reason this is true is because e to the 0 equals 1. So that's just goes by that. So basically, the best thing to have happened is when you get to here, you should recognize that any number to the 0 power equals 1, and you wouldn't have had to go through all of that. All right. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.